hope you're having a great day. Hey, today I want to go over how to actually fit your hands for using the zills or the finger cymbals for Middle Eastern dance. All right, first of all, let's go over the types of them. You have different colors and they're made out of different materials. They have larger cymbals, they have medium-sized ones, and they also have smaller size. I personally recommend, and I play with the medium-sized one, but this is the cymbal that I was trained on, so I'm actually the most familiar and comfortable with it based on just my own hand training. Okay, so that is your preference, but I do find that the medium-sized ones are easier to kind of play with your fingers. So there's going to be 4. And there's going to be elastic around the top of them. Some of them will be delivered and there's no elastic on the top, and they might have the elastic off to the side. So if they have the elastic off to the side, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up one part of the elastic. So here's some elastic, and I actually buy these because I replace my elastic after so many years of using them. Usually mine get wore out within one season. So I take the elastic and I put it, I can run it through the bottom and then back around through the top so that it ends at the bottom. Once it's at the bottom, you can either tie it in a knot or you can sew it. I typically sew mine. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. It's just whatever your preference is. Okay. So you're going to put one on the middle finger. The next one will go on the thumb. So you have one on the thumb, one on the middle finger. And then you're going to have one set for each side of your hands. When you tighten them, so they have to be tightened below, you need to make sure that your cymbal is going to be right underneath where the fingernail is. So it's going to be right there in that particular area. And in the thumb, it's going to lay right underneath that thumbnail. They are not used where they are all the way down the hand like that, okay? They're definitely going to be up higher because you're going to want to be able to have control of it, and it's too hard. You can't play the instrument like this, okay? So they need to be up top. They need to be tight, because what happens when you start playing them, if they're loose, this cymbal is going to move all around, and it gets really hard to play your instrument if your instrument is not in the correct positioning. Okay, another thing I do want to point out is there's also cymbals that you're going to see with just one hole in the top. Now these aren't bad. These are just, in my opinion, harder to keep straight. They kind of wobble around a little bit more than something that's more secure with a double loop on the top of it. All right, so after you have both of your cymbals on your hand, you're going to want to write M's or a dot on 2 of the cymbals, okay? So it's really important to identify your middle finger cymbals to your thumb cymbals. And the reason being is when you go to put them on very quickly, anything with the mark on the bottom, you're going to know those go on the middle fingers, because typically they will be sized slightly different. If you're wearing the thumb one on the middle finger, you're not going to have as secure of a hold. So this one is in perfect shape. It's right in the position. It's not flinging off. And it actually is turning my finger just a little bit purple. That means it's tight, okay? And usually this one might be just a tad tight, but you're going to have to play with it, you know, because when we start getting into rhythm patterns, we're typically playing for quite some time, and you want them secured in place, but not too tight. All right, I hope that helps. We're going to start on rhythm patterns next week. I hope to see you. Have a fantastic day.